Welcome to the 151st episode of Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra. Among the 8 basic emotions, fear is fear is the next among the list. And what is fear? Fear is a perception of threat. The threat can be internal or external, and the threat causes. What does the perception of the threat causes? The fear. What does it mean? Causing. So fear, it causes tremors in the faculty of discretion. So that means discretion loses its identity, and there are tremors. Discretion is the earth element, so they're just like seismic activity. There are tremors in the discretion, and these tremors are felt by the remaining faculties, that is the intellect on one side, and personality of fire element, and faculty of mind on the other side. And these tremors in turn passes to the senses, and the karma charana becomes lopsided. So the reason for this fear is there are two basic reasons for engulfing of the fear. One is that to come under the shadow of illusion, and the second reason is to cover up a mistake, trying to cover a mistake. If the mistake is being exposed, the fear of getting exposed. So because of that, trying to cover up a mistake, and then in the process committing more mistakes, and so this gets out of proportion, spirals out of proportion, and so the fear leads to the tremors in the faculty of discretion. So these are the two main reasons. The illusion effects. Illusion effect means that, example, there is in darkness we step onto a thread, and then we perceive a threat that it is a snake that we stepped onto, and then we start to make a mountain of nothing, that we are bitten by the snake, and then the tremors are released by faculty of discretion, and the karmacharana or action becomes lopsided. So that is a shadow of illusion. And the second reason, as already mentioned, is to cover up a mistake, or cover up a something that is not to be exposed, in the process committing more mistakes. So the remedy for either of these is to be fearless. That means if I have to jump over the cliff, I am fearless. If I have to die tomorrow, I am fearless. If I am jobless, I am fearless. So by exhibiting the fearlessness, just like an infant doesn't distinguish between water and fire. So for those individuals who are as fearless as an infant, that is called amaya. The only way maya can be shattered is through amaya. So if we exhibit the innocence and fearlessness of an infant, then automatically we are under the fold of Universal Mother. So there's a protection shield around us that is being laid out by the Universal Mother, and the nourishment comes from the Universal Mother. So that is the sensation of the fear. So remaining we will discuss in next episode. So let us move on. Next nama is Taruni. After the disappearance of beast-like characteristics, the faculty is getting reconnected with what is known as Brahmanadi, the capillary force of Brahmagrandhi. So if we expand the letters of the word Taruni, then it is Ta plus A plus Ra plus Vu plus Ni, Ana, Ni. Ta means beast-like karmacharana exhibited through tamogunas. The fruits of these karmacharana were seized by universal mother and reinducted. These fruits were reinducted back into the universe through a process of grahayana, that is a circle of grahayana. After that, the nourishment that happens in sadachara is A. This capillary nourishment passing to the earth element and spreading up to Vishnugrandhi are represented by the letters Ra and Vu. That is, we have covered Ta plus A plus Ra plus Vu. From Vishnugrandhi, the capillary force of nourishment reaching faculty of mind is represented by Ana, Ni. Ana is the mind or the air element of Narayani. Hence, that is faculty of mind. Therefore, the nourishment of sadachara was being filled in the faculties. The faculties of intellect, discretion, personality, and the mind are ready to exhibit the effects of sadachara, nourishment. That is Taruni. Here, Ra means the earth element of Narayani, that is northbound, or earth element operating in Uttarayana or Dakshinachara, meaning to control the excessive tamoguna performed as beast-like actions. A large dose of rajoguna, which are earth elements operating in sadachara, are required. That is to balance the residual effects of tamogunas. Excessive rajoguna are required. This balancing act in Dakshinachara or Vamachara is only possible, either Dakshinachara or Vamachara is only possible through practicing of sadachara, and that is the essence of this nama Taruni. Through this nama Taruni, Rudragrandhi Vibhedini re-enters planet Earth. So the next nama is Tapasaradhya. The faculties of individual in Kalyana getting saturated in sadachara. That is Tapasaradhya. Grahayana saturation is faster than Paschimāyana Purvāyana or East-West, which in turn is faster than saturation of Uttarayana Dakshinayana. Through the nama Taruni, the individual was absorbed with sadachara qualities and filled these qualities in his or her faculties. The faculties of intellect, discretion, personality, and mind getting saturated in these qualities is called Tapasaradhya. Tapasa itself means a latent transfer of qualities into vaporized form. Tapasaradhya means worshipping of such individuals who possess latent powers, that is tapasaradhya. Such individuals who are bestowed with latent power, the qualities or guna of sadachara, are being nourished through Brahma Grandhi into their faculties. And these individuals, through their latent power, by exhibiting kamacharana or action, the contents of the faculties expanding, and the vaporized form of these contents in turn reaching Rudra Grandhi. This entire process was executed in a fast track mode by a tapasi. That means the contents, they have been nourished through the Brahma Grandhi, the faculties, and the contents of the faculties expand. They are transformed by latent power and then expanded, and then the vaporized form of these contents reaching Rudra Grandhi, and this whole thing happens in a fast track mode. So through their latent power, they seek or draw more sadachara qualities from the Brahma Grandhi. Brahma Grandhi is origin for everything, so hence they seek more sadachara qualities through their Brahma Grandhi, and again through their latent power vaporize them and then pass them to the Rudra Grandhi. So let us examine how this situation is being applied to the current society. Those who indulge in notorious crime, heinous acts, after getting transformed, these individuals, they choose a particular profession and they get immersed in that profession to an extent that their past life is completely erased. They completely forget their past life. The Rudraveena played by Ravana, the Ravana Stotra, are examples, prime examples for this hypothesis. In recent times, there are some terrorists who were caught and then they were subjected to transformation, that is the internal transformation. And after transformation, some of these individuals, because of their past knowledge, they are assisting the police force in tracking the terrorism, taking up the role as an informer, etc., etc. So these are all examples of tapasaradhya, and they possess latent powers. The mystic powers of Universal Mother are that she can help saturate anyone and transform them towards acquiring latent power. So whether it is a beast-like characteristics or whether it is sattva gunas or tamo gunas, Universal Mother doesn't care. She is ready to transform everybody towards acquiring latent power. That is the essence of this nama, tapasaradhya. Through this nama, tapasaradhya, Sahasraram Bhujaruda re-enters planet Earth. Remaining namas we will explore in the next episode. Thank you.